So for this trick, if I had a spectator, I would go ahead and let them choose any card. And I promise I will actually not look at this card, but hopefully the camera can see that. All right, so there's the card. I'm gonna go ahead and we're actually gonna lose it in the center of the pack somewhere, just like this. We'll go ahead, push it in. We can go ahead and give it some cuts just to lose it up a little bit more. And I'll actually give it a couple more cuts just to make sure that it is completely lost in the middle of the deck, just like this, all right? So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to let the spectator divide the deck in half, and I'm actually going to let them choose either the top half or the bottom half. Let's say they want to use the top half for this part of the trick. All right, perfect. So I'm going to snap my fingers, boom, just like that. I'm going to see if I can get your card to jump within the top 5 cards of this pack right over here. So I have no idea what your card is, and obviously I can't hear you, but if you were here, I'd tell you. We're just going to go ahead and look at these cards, but if you see your card, I do not want you to like exclaim or say that you see it or anything like that. So these are the 5 cards over here. We have the 3 of hearts, 10 of clubs, 2 of spades, 5 of diamonds, and the king of diamonds. So if you saw your card in these 5 cards, do not tell me, but I'm going to see if I can do something amazing. Oh, you did see it in here. All right, perfect. So what's going to happen is I'm actually going to pull out your card. I'm going to turn it face up, and I'm actually going to place it in the middle of the deck. And if I snap my fingers, it's actually already done. I can show you over here. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And as you can see, your card is no longer among them because if I spread out the deck over here, you can see 1 card face up in the middle, the 2 of spades. That is the trick, guys, and now for the tutorial. Okay, guys, so here's the tutorial for the trick that you just saw. So I know a lot of you are asking, what is this awesome deck? This is actually the national deck by Theory 11. These are national playing cards. I just got them the other day, and they're absolutely just spectacular. They're just absolutely amazing. I totally recommend picking them up, so I'll definitely leave a link in the description for where to get these amazing playing cards. But without further ado, I am going to teach you guys the trick that you just saw. So this is the tutorial for it right now. So all you're going to need for this trick is just a normal standard deck of cards, and you're all ready to go. So basically you have the spectator. Just go ahead and pick out any card, and you're actually not going to be able to look at it. So in this case, we have the 8 of spades. You have the spectator, just place it on top, and then you basically just control it to the top any way you want, all right? And keep in mind that you have to control it to the top without seeing it. There are many methods of controlling a card to the top. There's the double undercut, so you can place it here on the top, cut it multiple times, but keep a break, and then just do a double undercut where you take half the cards, move it to the top, and then the remaining half, and move those to the top as well. And that will just control their card to the top. Once you have their card controlled to the top, you can control it in any method you'd like. But once you have it on top, you're actually going to spread down the deck until you have 2 cards here at the bottom. You're going to lift up and catch a pinky break right on top of those 2 cards, and you're actually going to double undercut those 2 cards to the top, just like so. So now basically you've placed 2 cards here, 2 random cards on top of their selection, the 8 of spades. And you can also do this part in any method that you'd like to control 2 cards on top of their selection, all right? So once you have 2 cards on top of your selection, you're going to split the deck in half, and you're basically going to be doing a magician's force at this point. So you have the top half here and the bottom half here. You want to use the top half for the next part of the trick, but you're going to ask the spectator and make it seem like a free choice. So which half do you want to use? If they say the top half, then perfect. Give them the bottom half and say, all right, we'll use the top half. But if they say, I want to use the bottom half, then say, all right, here, hold on to the bottom half. We're going to use that a little bit later. So what you're doing is you're forcing the top half no matter what the spectator says. So that's basically what a magician's force is. And now for the next part is you're going to snap your fingers and say, all right, I'm going to try and get your card within the top 5 cards of the deck. So you already know that their card is actually the 3rd card down in the deck. So we have the 8 of spades here as the 3rd card. So you're going to spread off the top 5 cards just like this. You're going to square them up and flip them over, and you're going to explain to the spectator that you want them to just keep an eye out for their card, but to not say anything if they see it. Of course, they will see it, but this is actually the move that you're going to do. So you're going to be counting off the cards here, and you're going to hold the cards here in Biddle grip, just like so. Thumb on the bottom, index finger kind of in the center, and then you're going to have your middle ring and pinky finger here on the top of the deck. So you're going to come over with your left hand, you're going to peel off the first card. We have the 2 of clubs, and then just hold these cards in mechanic's grip. Then you're going to peel off the next card, 8 of diamonds, just normally. Then you're going to peel off their selection. Now you know the third card is their selection, so you're actually going to peel it off and you're going to hold a pinky break just like this. Now as you take the next card, you're actually going to steal this card on the bottom of the top half right here. So you're going to come over, and as you're taking this card, you're going to use your thumb here to sort of lift up on that card as you take the next card, the 10 of diamonds, and then the last card, the Queen of Clubs. And now it looks like you've just taken 5 cards, but you've actually just stolen their card here on the bottom of the pack. So let's go through that one last time. Okay, so you have the cards here on top. Hold them in Biddle grip just like so, and you're going to peel them off one by one. 2 of clubs, 8 of diamonds. The third card is going to be a pinky break just like so. You're going to steal it off as you take the next card, the 10 of diamonds, and then last but not least, the Queen of Clubs. So now their card is actually here on the bottom of the pack, and this bottom half is actually held in the spectator's hands. So now you ask them if they've seen their card, and they're going to say yes. Now as you ask them if they've seen their card, you're actually going to place the top half here in your hand. You're just going to place it on the remaining half of the deck. Now what you've just done is you've actually just placed their selection right here in the middle of the deck. So basically the trick is already done. So all you have to do now is do some acting, and there is one more little move that you can do. It's sort of like a false convincer, or like a false count, to make it look like there's 5 cards over here. And what you can do is you peel off the top card here, and then kind of do the same thing where you steal it on the bottom of the pack as you take the next card, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'd go 1, steal, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you kind of have to do it in just a natural motion, like 1, oh god, just kind of be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards over here. That'll just be like a false count and like a nice convincer that there are 5 cards, but there are actually 4. So now you do some acting. You say, all right, just imagine I take out your card. I'm going to turn it face up and place it in the middle of the deck. Snap your fingers, and it's actually done. You can see here that your card is no longer in the half, because then you just spread out the deck. Or you can have them spread out the deck in their own hands. That's what makes this trick so amazing. So they can spread out the deck in their own hands, and they can find that their selected card is actually face up in the middle of the deck, which is just absolutely impossible, because it seems that they've been holding onto the deck for about like a whole minute now. So it seems that you haven't even touched the deck at all. That's actually not the case, because you've secretly placed their card in the middle of the deck, but they have no idea that you did that. So that's basically the trick, guys. So hopefully you guys liked that trick, and see you guys for my next video. Bye.